So, everyone wants to get rich one day and have a bunch of money. It is the one thing almost universally everybody wants more of, and that is money. Even those that say they don't care about money do actually care to some degree. But the truth is, if you don't have enough money or you want more but can't seem to get more money, what is holding you back is that you are actually scared of money. That's right, fear has taken over, and that is what is preventing you from actually getting more money. And I understand, you don't have to believe me. That's okay. I'm going to lay it out here for you today, exactly why fear has overtaken you and is actually preventing you from getting more money. And then I'll show you exactly how to overcome that fear so you can conquer it completely, and we'll talk about that today in detail as well. Just make sure you're subscribed to this channel because they don't want you knowing any of this, and I want you to be completely free from this mess, so make sure you're subscribed. So how do I know you are actually scared of money? Well, there are actually 3 truths that prove that you're actually fearful of money, but that's okay. I'll show you exactly how to conquer and knock down each one of these fears as well. Truth number 1, you have never mastered your money. You've got to know how to make more of it. You've got to know how to save it, and you have to know how to invest in it. And most people don't know how to do that because of a lot of different reasons, but a lot of them revolve around fear. I mean, what happens if I invest and I lose all my money? What if I go out there and I learn a skill and it doesn't actually pay off on the other end in regards to more money? What if I go to save my money or invest my money and the government screws it all away? What if what I'm learning from somebody else is a complete scam because there's so many scams out there today? What if I can't figure it out at all? I mean, does that make me dumb? I mean, we all fear kind of being dumb or having other folks fear that we're dumb. And maybe you fear not being able to understand and master your money because you feel like everybody else has already done that and you'll be the one person who can't figure it out. So how do you conquer those fears? You must be willing to put in a lot of work. You got to be able to do a financial audit. You got to be able to set a budget. You got to start learning about investing, and you have to understand that it's going to take longer than a weekend. You can't master your money in a weekend. It takes a lot of time. We're talking months, and if you want to get into really sophisticated investing, maybe even years in order to learn that. And you must be willing to make mistakes. Nobody is going to go through that and master their money and not make mistakes. Everybody fears investing and picking the wrong stock or picking the wrong investment or whatever the case is. You don't fear mistakes. You understand that they're going to happen, and then you learn from them and you improve, so that way the next time you don't fall into that trap. You don't pick the wrong investment. You are actually picking the right investment. Identify and avoid scams. Don't fear them. Identify them, which guess what? Means more time, because it means you have to do more due diligence. You just have to be willing to put in the work and the time in order to actually master your money. That is how you conquer that fear of money in the first place. Truth number 2, if you actually master your money, you will be looked down on. If you actually master your money, you are going to make significant structural changes in your life. They are going to be massive changes, which of course means folks are going to judge you because you downsize your house into a smaller house that makes your finances flip the other direction to the positive. You're going to downgrade your vehicle at some point in time. You're going to spend less, go out to the bar less with friends, eat out less, maybe have smaller Christmases and smaller vacations and stuff like that. And the judgment is going to come from everywhere. You absolutely fear that judgment of your friends, of your family, of your coworkers. You fear what they're going to think when you roll up in that beat up used car when you used to drive a nice Mercedes or a nice Lexus or a nice Toyota or whatever the case is. You fear what they're going to think whenever you're not wearing the latest Rolex or have the latest gadget or the latest iPhone or whatever the case is. You might fear what your kids think when you have a smaller Christmas than what you normally have. You fear what other people are going to think when they find out that you're investing in investments that actually make money, but is completely out of the norm and seems like a bad idea to most people. This is how you conquer those fears specifically. Stop caring what other people think. I mean, do you really want your self-worth being derived upon an opinion from your coworkers who honestly don't even care about you or really care about anything else and have no real actual impact on your life? Maybe family dictates that. I mean, who knows? There's a lot of different factors that factor in there, but great. Now you think you're making them quote unquote happy while you're miserable. Congratulations, that's just a terrible, terrible idea. Stuff does not define you, and if your friends want to actually judge you based upon what you wear or what you drive or whatever the case is, I thought we all left junior high a long time ago. I mean, why are we still living in junior high in adulthood? And that's exactly what's happening when you let that fear take hold of you. I'm sorry, if somebody's going to judge you, and especially even family members, this applies to family members too, I know it's hard to hear, but if they're going to judge you based upon what you wear and what you drive and whether or not you take a staycation or a giant vacation, they're crappy friends and family. I'm sorry, that's the truth. They suck as friends and family. Sure, family members, I understand you got to still love them, But that doesn't mean that they have your best interest in mind, nor do you actually need to listen to them as well. And if you got to cut back on that time with them in order to allow them to not influence you on your financial journey, then you have to do that. And most likely when you're getting criticized from family members and friends, they're in a worse spot than you, or at least the same spot, and you're trying to break out of that. You're trying to get wealthy, you're trying to get rich, and you can't do that by hanging around and staying around folks and being around folks who are not supportive of that journey up. If they're not supportive, if you're asking me, I would cut them out of my life as much as possible. Truth number 3, you fear losing money. Again, what if I learn how to invest in real estate and it goes belly up? Or what if I put my money in stocks and the stock market completely tanks? Or what if the government just screws up everything and just blows up the whole economy? All those things are kind of crossing your mind and you're scared to lose money. You have a scarcity mindset. Money, when you understand it on a deep level, you start to figure out real fast, it's actually infinite and it's out there for you to get. You just have to step outside the norm. There is nothing to fear about losing money. Guess what? If you invest, you're going to have an investment that does lose money. I agree there completely. I have plenty, but the ones that I've done that have made far more money and more than made up for all the losses, it hasn't mattered in the end. Warren Buffett loses money on some of his investments. The greatest investors ever, whether it be in real estate, businesses, stocks, bonds, you name it, they have all lost money. It's not about not losing money. It's about not going all in on one thing and going completely bust, but instead being a wise investor, understanding when to cut your investments, understanding what investments to take in the first place, which means you just need to learn it. But if you're constantly scared to actually lose money, you're never going to actually take the steps to invest to actually make money in the long run because you have a scarcity mindset. If your first thought with an investment is, oh gosh, I could lose that money and it might very well go away forever, you don't understand how money works and you have a scarcity mindset towards money. If you have an abundance mindset, which is what you have to have with money, you will understand that your opportunities are infinite, even if one goes bad, or even if you have to start all over from zero. Ask any person who's made a significant amount of wealth before, they can tell you, I could do it again, and I could do it 10 times as fast with all the lessons learned while they made it up there the first time. That is how you conquer your fear of actually making money and getting rich. And the good news is this channel is all about financial freedom and retiring early. So make sure you're subscribed because they don't want you knowing this information. They want you working forever, and I want you completely free from this mess. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.